record from this point.
Okay.
Because you can see up here on the board what we did to get to this point. So now we need a common denominator for 32 and 8. Does 8 go into 32?
4 times.
4 times. It goes in there evenly. So our common denominator is going to be 32. So our first fraction will stay the same. Minus. And then our second fraction, we're manipulating it. So 8 times 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. Then 33 minus 4 is 29 30 seconds.
Oh, I guesstimated. Woohoo.
Alright, second one, same type of problem. We just have a mixed number in it. Inside our fraction, that is. And that's not a big deal because we're subtracting. So we're not going to change. I don't like changing mixed numbers to improper fractions when we're adding and subtracting, because you start getting to a point where you have to work with bigger values. And I don't want to do that if I don't have to. So I just need to be able to combine these two again. We need a common denominator. 8 is your common denominator. So I'm going to write this a little smaller here. So that one stays the same.
1 times 2 is 2.
4 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. And I can subtract here without borrowing. So I have 1/3. 2/8 minus 1/8 is 1/8. And I still have my whole number of 3 because I didn't have to borrow from it. It stayed the same and there wasn't anything to subtract.
Plus
1/48. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to remove this and give myself a little bit more room. Alright. Now I need to change, well, I have multiplication between those two. Now since I'm multiplying, I do need to change that improper fraction, or change it to an improper fraction. Carly, how do I change 3 1/8 to an improper fraction?
You do 3 times 8, and then you add 3
Right. Multiply, so we have 1/3. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. And then the denominator stays the same. Then close that, plus 1/48. Will 3, let's just say 1's not going to reduce. Will 25 reduce with 3 or 8? No. Just multiply across, so you have 25 over 24th.
Plus 148, 26 over.
What's the common denominator for 24 and 48 to begin with?
8.
Will 12 go into 24? Does 12 go into 48?
6 would be. Yeah, so it's 12. 2.
That would be if we were factoring it down, but if we're going bigger.
2. I don't know. 48. I'm going right.
Will 24 go into 48?
2 times.
Yeah.
So it would be 48.
48 is the common denominator, and I was trying to think of a little shortcut way to show you that, but I'm not coming up with it. All right. What do you do to 24 to make it 48? Times 2.
Times 2 is,
50? 25 times 2, 2/4 is 50. And then 50 plus 1 is 51 over 48. Can that be reduced?
Yeah.
5 plus 1 is 6. That's reducible by 3. 4 plus 8 is 12. That's reducible by 3. So I can reduce each by 3 and make that 17/16. Xavier, you asked if this was review. It is review of 2 different things we've talked about. Order of operation and fraction use. We're just combining. It looks like stuff we've done because we've worked with fractions, we've worked with order of operation. We just hadn't put it all together yet. Yes, sir?
Is this the lesson today?
Yeah, this is the lesson. Okay. I think I have one more for you. So this one has multiple symbols of inclusion. It has the big brackets and parentheses. You're still going to work inside out. We're going to look inside.
I forgot what the bracket means.
That's just grouping that part as one whole. So if we have this bracket here, then we go inside it and apply our order of operation inside it. So inside there we have two sets of parentheses, so we'll have to simplify each of these sets of parentheses individually and then go from there. So common denominator is going to be 6 for each of these problems. So this one's going to stay the same. So times 2 is 4. And then on this one, 6 plus 5/6. And this times 2 is 2. So my... I have 2/5 over 4 minus 1 is 3/6, which is 1/2, but I'm going to leave it as 3/6 for right now. Because this other problem I'm going to have to work and combine with it, so it might
just totally disintegrated.
all that work for nothing.
That was good.
I usually recognize that, but didn't that time. So 3/6 plus 7/6. And you can see why I would have left that there, because now we have to add, we're still working inside this bracket, and we have to add these two fractions. And by leaving it alone and not reducing it, I already have the common denominator. So then 2/5 is going to be multiplied by 3 plus 7 is 10/6. Now we could reduce that because now we're multiplying. So let's just...
5 could be a 2.
5 could be what?
A 1.
5 and 10 will reduce to 1 and 2.
And then 2 could be a 1 and 3. 6 could be, yeah.
And then we're ready to multiply across.
2/3.
2/3. So work hard on your fraction rules,
Like a boss.
keeping your order of operation. Problem set 52, 1 through 30 will be due Wednesday. Here's my guess on what's going to happen this week. Doesn't mean it's exactly going to happen this way, but we're taking the test tomorrow. I would anticipate it would take a couple days to do it, so that would mean that we're going to do tests probably on Wednesday too, but we'll grade first still. No matter what we do, we'll grade first on Wednesday, and then we'll see where we're at. We'll probably use that day to finish the test with people so that we can make sure and get that done. Then on Thursday, I'll probably have a worksheet. It'll be the last day we have class, and I've got a worksheet we'll probably work on.
What are we gonna do Friday?
Friday is just in your homerooms all day.
Really?
Well, we're not all day, but we're going to do a movie, and then whatever times we have will be in the in homerooms. Okay. So that's a plan. Sounds like an easy plan. That basically means this could be your last assignment before Christmas.
Can we work with Carter with their for our last assignment for Christmas?
I'll make the last assignment work hard.
We have 12 minutes. You give me 6 minutes of working on your own to get started. I'll give you the last 6 minutes to sit with someone and kind of work. Okay?
We sit around the room.
Can you sit around the room as long as you're not sitting next to somebody that you would be participating with? Yes. Take your hand up, please.
Cookie.
Is there another one? Or are we gonna let him roll right now? He's doing all right. I'm gonna let him go.
Today's Monday.
17.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it says up on the smart board. Right there.
Oh, I didn't see it on the smart board.
That's where I always look for the time. On the first day of Christmas, it was for 7 years.